The average IQ score in developed countries has been falling since the 1990s. Not in a single population, not in one generation. Across Norway, Denmark, Finland, the UK, Australia, the same signal, the same direction. We have a name for the opposite trend. When scores rose steadily through the 20th century, researchers called it the Flynn Effect. Nobody had a great explanation for it, but the data was clear. Each generation tested smarter than the last. Then, sometime around 1995, it stopped, then reversed. Here's what makes this uncomfortable. The drop isn't happening in the parts of intelligence that measure memorized knowledge. It's happening in fluid intelligence, the ability to reason through novel problems, hold multiple variables in mind at once, and think without a template. The kind of thinking that, until very recently, only humans could do. The leading hypothesis isn't diet or genetics or anything in the water. It's attention. In 2004, a researcher at the University of California, Irvine, named Gloria Mark, began timing how long office workers could focus on a single task before being interrupted. The answer was 2.5 minutes. She ran the same study in 2012. It was 75 seconds. In 2020, it was 47 seconds. The mechanism matters. Every time your attention is pulled away from a task and then returns, your brain doesn't simply resume where it left off. It has to reload context, rebuild the mental scaffolding that held the problem in working memory. That reload costs roughly 23 minutes of full cognitive presence to complete, which means in a day of constant interruptions, most people never fully reload at all. They work permanently at the surface, and the surface is exactly where the easy tasks live. Deep reasoning, the kind that produces new ideas, solves unseen problems, holds contradiction and resolves it, requires sustained focus for long enough that the brain constructs something called a mental model, a coherent internal simulation of the problem. You can't build a mental model in 47-second windows. You can't interrupt your way to insight. The irony is precise, the cognitive skills being eroded, holding complex information in working memory, reasoning across multiple steps without external scaffolding, tolerating the discomfort of an unsolved problem, are exactly what transformer models now do extraordinarily well. While we optimized our environment for constant stimulation and instant response, we were quietly outsourcing the functions that made us most distinctly human. This isn't about phones being bad or screens being evil. It's about a mismatch between the environment we built and the brain we have. The brain that built cathedrals and composed symphonies and mapped the genome didn't do it by answering notifications. It did it by disappearing into a problem for hours and refusing to surface. The Flynn effect rose alongside longer schooling, more complex work, and richer cognitive environments. It reversed when the environment started optimizing for speed over depth, interruption over immersion. The question isn't whether AI is getting smarter. It clearly is. The question is whether we're building a world where humans keep practicing the things AI still can't do, or slowly forgetting how.